So there's been a fight going on for a while between the Dodgers and their Catholic fans. Because apparently the Dodgers, we discussed this before, but the Dodgers, for one of the Pride nights, they decided we're going to honor, I believe the name of the group, correct me if I'm wrong, is the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Now, what is that group? That group is a group that went and gave comfort and love and respect to dying AIDS patients. They held their hands through the crisis. They were a shoulder to lean on. And, but they're controversial. Now, the reason why they're controversial is because as they did this, they would wear nuns' outfits. Now, they're not religious. It's an LGBTQ organization, but they would wear nuns' outfits. So then there was a baseball player who took great offense at the honoring of this group. And his argument was like, you are besmirching and disrespecting and you're offensive against all Catholics. And of course, this guy was a Catholic and he said that. So this guy riles up the infantry of Catholics and they start protesting the Dodgers. So I tell you all that to show you this. Here we have Catholics who are protesting the Dodgers because they don't like this group that they honored. Listen to the chant that they give us.
Save our children! Viva Cristo Rey! Save our children! Viva Cristo Rey!
The chant is Save Our Children, and this dude is holding up a shirt that says, Leave our kids alone. Let me reiterate something. These are Catholics. And they're marching towards Dodger Stadium because they're mad about that group that the Dodgers honored. A group of, they say it's thousands of Catholics. That doesn't look like thousands to me. But let's say, okay, thousands or hundreds of Catholics. They are chanting, Save Our Children, and holding up a shirt that says, Leave our kids alone. You know what they're saying, right? Oh, the LGBTQ community is grooming our kids, and we need to put a stop to this because we want to protect the kids. That's what we want to do. Excuse you? Are you aware of the group that you're a part of? Now, I'm not doing this to smear all Catholics, to say they're all guilty, to say they all played a role in this. My mom's a Catholic. She's never heard a fly in her life. This is an NPR. This was from 2021. About 333,000 children were abused within the Catholic Church just in France. That's one country. One country. 330,000 kids abused. The Catholic Church has paid nearly $4 billion over sexual abuse claims. $4 billion. Does that sound like something you do if you didn't do anything wrong? No, we know how this worked. We know that the Catholic Church as an organization would shuffle around priests who were found guilty of sexual abuse from internal investigations. They would send them from one church to another church so they can escape the law. They would protect their asses. There was a story that just came out the other week. What was it? 1,900 kids in Illinois alone were abused by the Catholic Church. Let's keep it real. If this was any other group, it would have been put out of business completely. If there was a national ring of child daycare centers and they were putting up these numbers for sexual abuse of kids, not only would they get put out of business, you'd probably have Americans doing vandalism of those buildings because it sort of looks like an organized pedophilia ring now, doesn't it? We're talking about doing more damage than Jeffrey Epstein could ever hope to do. And you have a group of Catholics. Could you imagine you have a group of Epstein associates saying, protect our kids, save our children? That would raise some eyebrows now, wouldn't it? Here you have a group of Catholics, leave our kids alone, save our children, and they're doing this to go after the LGBTQ community. Well, what's the saying? You know, you got to take the branch out of your eye before you take the speck out of your neighbor's. I'm butchering that, but it's a paraphrase. Let's go with that. You guys are the biggest hypocrites in the world. You want to protest anything? Protest the hierarchy of the Catholic Church. Protest the people who shielded the abusers from justice. Protest them. Not gay people who, by the way, you guys smear and equate all gay people with being pedophiles and groomers. This is the most hypocritical shit I've ever seen. It's the most ironic shit I've ever seen. It's embarrassing. It's like Dick Cheney leading an anti-war rally. My dude, you're a war criminal. You're a torturer. You have the blood of hundreds of thousands of innocent people on your hands. What are we talking about here? How embarrassing, how pathetic, how fallacious, how fraudulent can you possibly be? God damn it, this is incredible. Save our children. Leave our kids alone. You know what? Agreed. Save our children. Leave our kids alone. And do that by keeping them as far away as possible from the Catholic Church. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.